Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Jayden Winter, and today, y'all, please get your tea ready. Please get your fucking popcorn. Today's gonna be a story time of my time losing my virginity and losing it to a DL guy in college. If you feel uncomfortable or you're a family member, please definitely don't watch. Anyways, we're gonna get right into the story time, and yeah. So I'm gonna start off at the very beginning. Tinder. I mean, all gays use it. Let's be real. We've all been there where we're just like horny and just wanna... So I was literally new in my apartment, didn't have a dog, was very lonely, didn't have somebody living with me at all. So I was very just new to the gay scene, wanted to experiment, wanted to know what it felt like to have anal sex. So I was just very like in the moment. I was talking to a guy that I swiped right on. We are gonna name him Tyler. Tyler was very tall. At first glance, he looked very attractive, and I knew I wanted to see where things went with him, more than just like a casual hookup. When we started texting, he mentioned to me that he was DL, he didn't want anything more. At the time, I was just very much interested in also getting to know like what the experience of sex was like as a gay person. I just needed to know for myself, because growing up gay is just like, do you know if you're really gay if you don't actually try stuff physically with a guy? Like, you know, like you love the image of a guy, but does that mean like things like physically will be the same? So me and Tyler are texting, and he is basically telling me that he wants to come over, and it's like, kid you not, it's like 2 in the morning. So I was definitely not in the right mind. I don't know what I was thinking, how I was feeling inside, but something in me was just like, let's just try this out, see where it goes, even though that probably sounds like the worst thing in the world, like red flag, please don't do that. I proceed to tell Tyler, it's okay if you come over, and he's just like, well, I don't have a car, and I'm just like, what are you gonna do? And he was like, well, do you have a car? And I was just like, no. He proceeds to order an Uber at 2 in the morning. In my area, there are limited amounts of cars. So like, it says that there is a car, but when you order, it's like 30 minutes away. Obviously nervous, because I've never had a guy come over. Everything you can imagine you would want to do for your first bottoming experience, I was trying to do. Took out my red Calvin Klein underwear, like I was like trying to be, I don't know what I was trying to be. It was very much new for me. I wanted to make sure that it was the best on my end, so that once he got here, it was, I don't know, somewhat a decent sexual experience. He eventually gets here and he tells me he's outside, so I have to obviously show him where my apartment is. So I go out there and I meet with him. He is gigantic. Let me tell you guys, I meet up with guys all the time, and one of the biggest things, like one of my insecurities is that I'm really tall. I have a tall mom, I have a tall dad. So when people meet up with me, specifically guys, they're like, oh my god, you say you're 5'8" on Tinder, but I'm sure you're taller. And I'm just like, please, I want to be like Ariana height. Like I want to be 5 foot, like please slow me down, miniature. But with him, it was just like, he was like 6'5", I don't know what he was, but he was like double my size. Not that I have a type, is like, I love a tall guy. So like when I saw him, I was just like, ugh. And then on top of that, you guys, he had a foreign accent. So right away, I was just like, oh my god. In the back of my mind, I was even more nervous because he was so attractive in person. First thing he does, he goes to grab my ass, and I'm just like, ooh, never had that before. Never had a guy like come up to me and just like be so like ready. But yeah, he like comes up to me and he's just like, ooh, and then I'm just like, I'm just like, I'm being so cute, and like, I don't know, like it was just very new for me. So I was just like feeling myself and feeling like maybe I am that bitch. I start showing him up the way to my apartment, and comes in, and he like very right away, he's like, so cool that you like own, like you rent your own apartment, like you live by yourself. And I'm just like, well, yeah, like one of the things he said is like, I'm so impressed, like this is like something I haven't really seen before. I was just like, do you want something to drink? I have water. And then he was just like, oh no, actually I brought alcohol for you. And I'm just like, alcohol? I think it was like Amsterdam or something like that. It was like peach or something flavored, and I was just like, oh my god. Or like mango flavored Amsterdam. I was just like, oh. I quickly got a couple cups out of my cabinet, and I was just like, I put them down, and I was just like, well, let's both have a drink. Give us some liquid courage for what's about to go down in my bedroom. Because I knew some stuff was gonna go down. He's just like, oh, I'm not gonna drink. I just got back from drinking with some of my college friends. And I was just like, oh, okay. So I just poured myself a drink. Red flag number 2. Don't drink if somebody else is not gonna drink. If they bring you your own, they bring you a drink, don't drink it. Like that's just like the first thing you see in every freaking like movie or TV show. Don't drink if they're not gonna drink. I start drinking, and obviously drinking leads to you not thinking completely straight and not thinking completely logical. I started drinking, and he goes to the bathroom, just come to like freshen up, go to the bathroom, whatever. Pull out my phone, I'm like Snapchatting like his bag, like sitting there, and like alcohol, I feel so cool in the moment. And then like eventually, like right after he comes out, like we head to my bedroom, and next thing I know, I'm like looking at him, he's like under my sheets, and I'm just like, hello sir. Like I don't know why I didn't like know like this was like a one night stand. Like clearly that's what it was. We were texting on Tinder for like what, 2 minutes. But yeah, he was under my sheets, and I was just like, oh, okay, you're feeling yourself, you're comfortable. I put on a horror movie because if you guys don't know, I love horror movies. The Conjuring was on. We did not watch The Conjuring like at all, but it was on my TV playing. Our sexual experience was happening, and like all you can hear is like screams and stuff going on like the TV. We're both under the covers, and one thing leads to another. The first thing that happens is he takes his shirt off, and then he helps me like take off mine. So I'm just like, bloop, 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 like in the movie is like trying to look all cool taking off a basic shirt. He's just like looking at me, he's just like, you look so cute, like you look so beautiful. And like it sounds so good coming from him because one, it's my first time, and two, he has a really cute foreign accent. And like we're just like cuddling, we're like making out. It happened straight away because he like pulls me in close to him. This all happens back here though. I'm on this side, he's on that side. He like pulls down his pants, he's like, oh. And then in my mind, I was just like, okay, this is actually happening now. It was there, and I was just like, ah. And then he was just like, do you want to like suck it? And I was just like, yeah. I go around, and I start going down, and my hair is obviously not in a ponytail, it's out curly, so dudes love that. They go crazy for the curly hair. He quickly attaches his hand to my hair, and things happen. It was great. Like that part was great. I knew from the very beginning I didn't want to maybe try like bottoming with him because I told him I did not have lube, I did not have condoms. Earlier on Tinder, he was like, oh, it's okay, I'll just bring it with me. But once he got here, like he had a whole backpack with him. Obviously, I think it was from school because he was a college student. He had alcohol, but he didn't have anything else. So I was just really confused of why like you came over still and didn't mention that, but you wanted to try different things. Honestly, so many red flags that I dismissed just because I was a little intoxicated and I wasn't thinking clearly, but honestly it was happening, so I was just like, it's in the moment. So I get done doing like the sucking to him, he was feeling great. He was just like, that feels so good. Honestly, throughout it, he was just like, oh, do you want to do anything to me? He was obviously touching me, he was doing things to me, and that felt really good and fresh and fun. Eventually he was just like, well, I want to try doing it to you from behind, and I was just like, what? At first my mind was just like, no, absolutely not. Like this is not what you came here for. I don't want to like catch anything. I definitely just don't want to without like protection. One thing my family and my parents have always told me, preach to me, is like, if you ever do anything, we don't care if it's with a man or a woman, just make sure you're wearing protection. That's always been a thing that stuck with me. So when he told me he didn't have anything with him, and I know I didn't have anything, I honestly was just like, no. But again, I was intoxicated, so I was just like, we're already here and we've already done things, so we might as well do this one thing. I'm just like, please just make sure you start out slow. Please don't go in straight away. At first he like goes in like with one of his fingers. Like he's a tall basketball player, so his hands are naturally like really fucking big, so I'm like terrified. So like his first finger fucking hurt like I don't even know what else. But then like once he started going in with like other fingers, like going slowly, of course, I was just like, oh, this isn't so bad. I was still in a lot of pain. Like best way to explain it is like a pressure that doesn't feel exactly good. All of a sudden he was just like, oh, I have 4 fingers now, and he was using like a bottle of my lotion because like honestly that's the only thing I had. And I'm just like, 4? I mean, you might as well just put your thing in now. And then he does, and let me tell you, it hurt like no other. Like please, like I was like thinking, this is my last moments. Like I was literally like face down on my pillow, like he was on top of me from behind. I was just like, it was like a crazy experience. Like I could tell it was in, like he was going, like he was like going, and my face was like face down on my pillow, like biting my fucking pillow like to death because I was just like dying at the same time. I was just like having the worst time but the best time of my entire life. It was not even like a full 2 minutes before he was just like, he pulled out really quickly out of nowhere. I just felt like something hit my back, and I was just like, hello, like what just hit my back? And he was just like grunting, like progressively like bear grunting, like fully like in his moment. And I was just like, what happened? He was like, I just got done. I didn't want to do it inside of you. I just want to like respect you. And I was just like, okay. And he was just like, I also just didn't want to get you pregnant. And I was like, are you trying to joke right now? Like I'm literally not a female. I don't know. That happened, and I was just like fully shocked that my back was covered in that. I quickly got up after that and was waddling like a penguin to my bathroom to find a towel to wipe myself off because I felt like a gross human being. And yeah, that was basically that experience. But afterwards I was like, how was it? Like, was I good? He was like, yes, like you had so much space. Like, Tyler was very intrigued about my small butt. That was kind of like my whole experience, like my first time bottoming, my first time with the DL guy. He was very patient with me. That's basically the story time of my first time. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you guys want me to do like a second story time or more story times, please just let me know in the comments, and I will make sure to do it at some point. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.